Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I rise to oppose this amendment. There are three reasons why I chose to co-lead this excellent resolution by Representative Kane. First, I'm a strong believer in peace and diplomacy. I believe the fastest way to achieve peace is to convince Vladimir Putin that he cannot win militarily in Ukraine. Until he comes to that conclusion, he will continue the war in Ukraine. Number two, I previously served on active duty in the United States military for a little over 4 years. I then served 21 years in the reserves. I studied military history. It's very clear to me that the side that wins in a war is a side that chooses to win. This is a war happening in Ukraine, and I'm very pleased that we're now starting to see NATO countries making the decision to support Ukraine so that they can win. It is not enough simply to support the Ukrainians so that they don't lose, because the problem is there's a big risk that if we just do that, we will lose, because the American public and our NATO allies are not going to be able to continue to sustain funding Ukraine year after year after year after year. The American public simply will not stand for that. So we've got to make the decision to win. I'm pleased to see that the Biden administration has now changed its stance on F-16s and allowed training to go forward. Having served in the Air Force on active duty, I believe, frankly, it is insane to look at modern warfare and not say that air power is critical. Air power is critical. I'm glad that NATO countries are finally coming around to that view. And then the third reason that I support this resolution is because we're going to end up spending more money if Russia conquers Ukraine, because at that point, we're going to spend a lot more money than funding every NATO country trying to make sure that Russia doesn't attack them next. And for those reasons, I believe we need to give the Ukrainians the weapons they need to win. It frankly doesn't make any sense why we would give them HIMARS, and just because this system goes a little bit further, somehow we say, oh, there's some red line here that we can't give this system to them. Of course we can, and we should, and we need to. With that, I yield back.